An ibuprofen suspension for infants contains 100 milligrams per 5 milliliter suspension. The recommended dose is 10 milligrams per kilogram body weight. How many milliliters of this suspension should be given to an infant weighing 18 pounds? So the best way, or one way to go for looking at conversion problems, dimensional analysis, anything that really involves going to different units, is to just pick it apart rather than looking and just piecing it together without kind of having a plan. What helps is to just pick apart and create a plan. So first thing I personally like to do is write, what do I have and what does everything that I have mean? If you put meaning behind what you're trying to figure out, it gives it more of a pathway to get to the end. So in my first sentence, an ibuprofen suspension for infants contains 100 milligrams per 5 milliliter suspension. So I have 100 milligrams per 5 milliliters. 100 milligrams is the medicine, 5 milliliters of that medicine. The recommended dose, this is supposed to be dose here, is 10 milligrams of the dose per 1 kilogram body weight. So we know that infants need this medication. It's given in a suspension. There's 10 milligrams for every 5 milliliters that's suspended into an infant. And it's recommended to have 10 milligrams of medicine over 1 kilogram of body weight. Okay. Then you see how many. So immediately there's your want. How many milliliters of suspension? So you want milliliters suspension. Should be given to an infant weighing 18 pounds. 18 pounds, weight of infant. So basically, you have this infant that weighs 18 pounds, and you need to give ibuprofen to help relieve the pain. You know that it's only recommended to have 10 milligrams per every kilogram of body weight, so you need to figure out how much volume you will be suspending into the infant. So, since you want milliliters, this will be your last step. So then I try to create a little plan. And you see that, all right, my last step will be to get to milliliters. And I can get to milliliters using the conversion of knowing that there's 100 milligrams of suspension per 5 milliliters of volume. All right, well, that means that I'm going to have to get rid of the milligrams. So then I see, all right, here's my second to last step, because I have the dosage per the body weight. So I will use my 10 milligram dose over kilogram body weight. Okay, so that would work. I would be done if I was given an amount in kilograms. However, I'm given 18 pounds. So I will start with that weight, pounds. And then just have to convert the pounds to kilograms. This can be done in 1 step, 2 steps, however many steps that you need. So I realize that now I have this gap that I need to fill. So then I think about what I can remember. I know that, all right, 1,000 grams is equal to a kilogram. I also know that 453.2 grams is equal to 1 pound. And I should have everything that I need. So now there's also conversions going directly from kilograms to pounds. It just depends on what you remember and how it helps you pick apart your problem. So for me now, I see that I can go from pounds to grams, grams to kilograms, and then use my conversion factor. And then you can just plug it in. Let's get a little different color. So then you'll see, all right, 18 pounds times 453.2 grams divided by 1 pound times, all right, I've done that. Now the kilograms, 1 kilogram divided by 1,000 grams. Now I will use my first conversion factor that was given in my problem. Since I want milligrams, I will take my 10 milligrams over 1 kilogram. Did that. Okay, now I will get to my last step to get the volume. It doesn't make sense for me to say 100 milligrams over 5 milliliters and multiply that because I'm not going to be left with the unit that I want. So I will flip that and write the 5 milliliters on the top and 100 milligrams on the bottom. Then I can see, okay, before I plug it in, double check. Pounds cancel, grams cancel, kilograms cancel, milligrams cancel, and I'm left with milliliters, which is exactly the unit that I wanted. And then you do your math, 4.078 milliliters. Showed your work, did your units, and you check your significant figures. You have 1 sig fig here, 2 here, 1 here, 2 here. So you want your answer to be in one significant figure, 4 milliliters.